newsroom. You're very privileged that after these maybe weeks to come, I'm very sure your head of department will be, working with you to get a feel of what happens in the newsroom. Or did happen to be one of my seniors. Sometimes it's not good to talk after your seniors because unezaribu. So she has said something here very important, that when you join newsroom, people, when I ask, I have like a queue of students who would want to, get internship, attachment. But one of the things that everyone you speak to, people want to become anchors. And in the top 4 or 5 media houses, KBC, NTV, Citizen, whatever. But no one would want to, build his brand or her brand, other social media person. Nowadays the Gen Z are millennial. I think so. I'm over 40, but I'm turning 33 years old. So, so when you talk to a Gen Z, one of the things people want to tell you, I want to become an anchor. It's a journey. I love the podium, all the people I'm addressing. This church is founded under the church foundation. But kila mtu, everyone has his or whatever script, the Lord's script. Could be you, the Lord has a script for you to become an anchor immediately. I know people who have never gone to the field to work on stories, but they just read news. I can assure you, I once worked with one of the anchors at KT, and I won't give names, but it was not very easy because one, whatever Mr. Yuga has said, sometimes it's good to first go collect news out there so that you get the challenge. Then at some point, you know how to handle the crisis in the newsroom. Let's assume you are an anchor today. Who wants to become an anchor? Let me pick her. Forgive my language. You look beautiful in the first place. So let's assume you are positioned as an anchor this afternoon. We want you to update us. There's something happening in Eldoret currently, and the director at the gallery has queued you. Update us. We understand that the VC has been summoned by the EACC this morning. Just give us an update as an anchor in studio. Just 1 minute, anything.
A very good afternoon to you. My name is Lina Jelimotoet, and joining me from studio, we are about to talk about the EACC information. What was it about again? No, I just see about.
Okay. The VC has been summoned to appear before the EACC. So we want, just tell the audience what is happening before we cue the reporter to tell us more about, the summon.
A very good afternoon to you. My name is Lina Jelimotoet, and right now in studio is news from Moi University. The VC has been summoned to talk by the EACC to talk about what is currently being reported concerning Moi University. We're going to get live updates from our reporter in the field. Thank you.
Wow, clap for her. That's so powerful. By the way, I didn't know that she was going to get it right. Wow. Which year?
4th year.
Wow. You've gone for attachments?
Yeah.
Where?
At the Kenya Bureau of Standards.
Kindly slaughter for, to join us, please. If you allow.
Hey!
That's very powerful. She has the voice. She also has the content. If you followed keenly, I didn't brief her, like Moi, what is happening in Moi, but she's informed. The language is apt, and also she's very coherent, which we admire a lot. Wow, that's powerful. So I've talked to students, but I've never interacted with such. You will give someone a mic, but they will always fumble. She didn't stammer at all, at all, at all. Was the news captivating? From where you sit?
What do you mean by captivating?
Exactly. So that's where we are heading to. I normally don't like going the theory way. Theory is good for foundation, but at some point, it's good to have the practical aspect, so that when we do what is called the immersion journalism, you see, I keep on working out because my fellow journalists are calling me about the story that is trending about Moi University. People did it. I'm not saying Citizen didn't do the story about Moi. They did the story. Someone watched maybe the medical students crying. They don't know when they will graduate. But if you look at the views, Citizen is a big media house. But if you look at the views, they have 22. That is 1 week ago. So when I released my dossier, it is now almost 30 within 2 days. So what is selling that news item? Someone? Yes. Someone? What do you think is selling the story?
The authenticity of the story.
Project?
The authenticity of the story, or the originality of it.
But also Citizen did the same story. I've worked with Citizen at some point, right? And I'm now currently working with TV47. But if you check the website for Citizen, their stories should be selling, unlike mine, because ours maybe is a small media house. Also peaking, we are number 4 currently. TV47 is number 4 after KTN. So, but who is working for KBC? We flawed them this time down. So, what is selling this story is how the sources you are having for the story. I've said I'm having someone working for 8,000 shillings, but according to the university payroll, this guy is earning 90,000. So to mean 82,000 goes to someone's pocket. That one ignites emotion. People would want to watch. Even you, I'm very sure after this you're going to Google about this story, right? Yeah. So of course, the sources for good news production, you must be having what I normally call principal sources. People, authority. If you check across the media houses, if you check, just Google about Moi VC, Moi Vice Chancellor, Professor Isaac Sanga Kosgei. No one has ever interviewed him. Yes. Except when he appeared before the Senate for grilling. But before the media, no. So there's what is called exclusive. I had an exclusive with him. Not that I requested. How I normally position myself within these 13 years in the media, nothing will ever defeat me. There's nothing wrong when you're defeated, by the way. But try first. Push until it happens. So I positioned myself after the grilling, after they had grilled him, the MPs. So I positioned myself at the exit. So by there you can't escape, the cameras. So when people heard that, TV47 will be having an exclusive with Moi University Vice Chancellor, everyone got engulfed. Everyone wanted to watch what is really happening in Moi, because everyone is searching. Students are there, first years are there, they've never stepped into any lecture room, so everyone wants to watch. So another aspect of you emerging, and of which I do believe you guys after 2 to 3 months will be hearing your big names. You see, you have good voices, you'll be joining us. Yeah. So never get whatever, let no one limit you. that you can't become an anchor straight away. Let no one limit you, that you can't, you can't become a reporter just straight from the university. A bit of my background, I used to work in food industry, by the way. So I used to work with Java, Nairobi Java, as an assistant manager at some point, Nairobi Java Site Center. I know you didn't know about this. I've worked with Pizza Inn. I've worked at Safari Park. I've worked at Steers. So I'm pro in making pizzas as well. So one day during the attack at Westgate Mall, had joined as I wanted to pursue law. So I was to be admitted at JCOED in Karen for my undergrad in law. So I used to see how Dit is talking, you see everyone's talking. No, journalism had a rift, I had a conflict. It was conflicting. Should I go for law? Should I go for journalism? So when I was still at Pizza Inn, that is Buruburu, Hussein, I think it could be teachers there as well. This guy told me, you have the look. I don't know how the look is, can be good for TV. No, should not be like that. So he told me, you go pursue media related courses. I'll employ you at Citizen. I left my law degree within 2 days because I had to appear on screens. How those people are talking. I felt so good. So this guy, mnasema alienda chini ya maji. I went for my degree. This guy never picked my call. Sorry, I mentioned I never like quoting people. So this guy went chini ya maji. I can audit, and there's also a lady working with KBC called Vereso. With my origins, during in my heydays, in my early 20s, I used to like big jargons because of my background. No stock big, no stock big. There's no any statement that can go without a vocabulary. So, people used to vouch for me a lot. Vile alisema unafaa kujua kuishi na watu. So ukijua kuishi na watu, then pick people's contacts for you to excel in this field, but let people not use you. Yeah, students, I know people will join me at KBC. People who are used, mostly ladies. Sorry to say so, but you need to have your principles guiding you at the end of the day. Principles added with values define who a person is. So that's how my journey has been. I worked for KBC, was poached by K24, worked there for 6 years, then was poached again by another TV station called LTV Lookup as a managing editor. Then after Lookup, I was also poached now with TV47, where I work as an editor and also a news reporter for special projects. So what I want to encourage you, there is no person, like how Kipchoge says, you are not limited. And I borrow heavily on the Mahatma Gandhi expression that there's no crime, there's no issue with crime, there's no issue with making a mistake if the intentions are good. Make that mistake the way she has done. I didn't brief her about this story, but you've heard it. Even if you were to reward me, I would give her 99% of how she has performed. So I know it's after lunch. Sir, I won't bore them with my notes. I'll just share this with them. Maybe just to play the Mr. John, maybe if you can just play the story about Moi for 2 minutes so that we see the elements for producing a captivating news item. But most of it, I know Mr. Yuga will be giving me 5 people to join us early January for attachment, right? Yeah. So we just want to see how a good story begins, because this one we will be producing in the field.
In our special feature, we unravel a web of alleged corruption and mismanagement at Moi University. The institution's top brass now finds itself under the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission's radar of allegations of spearheading multi-billion shilling spending